to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, we start off with a question of the day, since we're going to be doing this pretty much every day now, just to sort of shake things up a little bit. And of course, these questions have come from you, so if you've got any ideas for questions of the day, it doesn't even have to be football or football manager related, really, just anything, but, you know, within reason. So yeah, just put it in the comments with hashtag QOTD. So, today's question of the day is, what was your favourite game to watch this season? And for me, the Chelsea-Spurs game was incredible. Or Spurs-Chelsea game, the 5-3 was fantastic. There's been a few others, but that's the one that, like, when I think about things, really stands out in terms of games I've actually watched that were just above, on a different level. Although I did watch a St. Pauli game earlier in the season that was just fantastic, just because of the atmosphere alone. It was just phenomenal. So guys, let me know, what was your favourite game to watch this year in any of the leagues, of course. Let me know in the comments. Right, so in our last episode we were pretty much humbled by Barcelona, as I kind of expected, but again, disappointed with the number of chances we were able to actually take. They were the better side, but we created some good opportunities and yet again failed to dispatch them. It's weird because we're creating the same sort of opportunities as we are against other teams, but for some reason against Real Madrid or Barcelona we just weren't able to take them, and I don't quite understand why that is. It was different. Hoffenheim, we were just shit and deserved to lose, but against Barcelona and Real Madrid we were actually quite good in terms of creating chances. They just didn't go in. Weird, but there you go. Numancia game was a little bit like that as well, actually, to be fair. So against Barcelona we obviously had a poor defeat. Now we're in January and unfortunately we've lost Lolo Kano because Barcelona put a bid in, which of course I rejected. They then came back with another bid, and I didn't realise he had a release clause, and they've now triggered that and have paid £8.5 million. So we've lost Lolo Kano to Barcelona, which is a pain in it's a paino in the arse. And yeah, I mean, it is all one lump sum, so it's helped us with our debts. We do have some money now, but I can't spend it because I've seen the way the club's finances are going at the moment, and we need that money just to get us through to the end of the season. And hopefully we'll get a bit of an reimbursement then from TV money and other stuff that should set us up. So I'm not going to spend any money in January just because I think that could cripple us for the second half of the year. I'm going to save it till the summer so we can do proper scouting, although I am already scouting. I just haven't had quite enough time to get a full list of players I'm actually interested in as we try to build this club. So I'm going to go out in the summer and really try and pick up some young talent like I used to do with Pompey and Red Star, since I'm sort of in a position to do that now. We're not great with the money, but I think if we can get a good finish this year, it could still happen. So that's the basic plan. But we are going to have to finish the rest of the season without Kano in the team, which is a little bit worrying. But first up, after the Barcelona game, we played against Levante, and once again, we were good. And as you can see, they had a lot of shots in this one, but we did what we do well. We controlled the possession, had a great pass completion rate, and that's generally when we do well in games. Like, shooting is fine, but the games what we do the best in, I find, are the ones where we've got a lot of the ball and are keeping it well, basically. Alberto Moreno actually put them in front, and I was worried that we were going to have a repeat of the Numancia game. Thankfully, Matheus Honsak, again, this lad is saving my butt lately in some games. He really is. Like, in games where Luis has just not looked on the ball, like today for example, people like Honsak have been absolutely crucial to our chances of actually getting a top finish this year. 2 goals for him again, turning the game on its head. He was pretty much the only player that really bothered in this game, but it was enough to get us over the line, and I think we can be very, very thankful that that happened, if I'm honest, because yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, next game we had a slightly easier game against Baracaldo. We played a weakened team again, and this time did manage to get a comfortable victory to win 6-3 on aggregate. The fact that these are over 2 legs is quite disappointing in a way, because it makes it really difficult. It just adds to the fixture congestion, so we've had to rest players in both legs. Although we have still got a few of the first teamers in there, just because we don't have enough good players to be able to do that yet. But Jose Antonio Castillo gave us a lead on 4 minutes with his first ever senior goal, I believe, which is fantastic. Juaro then added a second on 7 minutes, and I thought at that point we're good. Then Philip Fustin actually scored for us too, which was fantastic to make it 3-0. Josu Jimenez did get one back for Baracaldo, and it was an amazingly good long-range strike. So to be fair, they deserved it. Well, they didn't, but they got it, and it was a great goal. He deserved the goal based on that. And then Matheus Honsak with yet another goal. He's going to be catching Luis at this rate. Was fantastic to make it 4-1, 6-3 on aggregate, and all is well. Oh, other thing I forgot to mention, I completely forgot about this, but I thought the Europa League draw was the draw for the Copa del Rey, so I accidentally did it, and I usually do that stuff as a live thing, but then I realised that I'd already done it. So basically, we've been drawn against Fenerbahce in the Europa League, and if we beat Fenerbahce, we will either be drawn against Spurs or Roma. So it is going to be a crazy tough set of fixtures, but don't worry, we'll be doing double live comms for our Europa League games this year, just to sort of shake things up a little bit and give you something a little bit different. just because it's a little bit different, basically, and I think we've not really had an opportunity to do some European stuff in this save yet, so I thought it'd be cool if we do some double live comps for those games, if you guys are up for it. It won't be every year, depending on how things go in those competitions, basically. So, next up, we had a home match against Athletic Bilbao, and I was really confident going into this one. They were 4th, we were 3rd, and I thought this is going to be the time that we really do start to make our mark. We had a series of home games coming up, a couple of them against poorer sides, but we also had this really tough one against Bilbao, and it just wasn't quite our day. Olazola? I don't know, apologies guys. Apologies if you're Spanish and I'm murdering them. Iker Olazola, perhaps. Gave them the lead early on. Lolo Kano, with probably one of his farewell goals to the club, did equalise for us, and I thought, okay, we're okay here. It was very, very even, and the possession just wasn't happening for us. But then Mikel Ramirez gave Athletic Bilbao the win, and that's a disappointing result, if I'm honest. I thought that was one of those games where if we could have won that, it would really set us up for a real tilt at the title, perhaps. Not at the title. I don't ever expect us to win it this year. Obviously, nowhere near it. But it would have been nice to win a game like that just to keep ourselves in contention, because it is so tight at the top. A couple of bad results and you can slip down from like 2nd to like 6th, and we can't afford that kind of crap. Next up, we had Wisla Krakow in a friendly, which obviously, as you can see, we did win. Quite a few goals in this one too, and Honsak getting on the score sheet again. That was in the sort of mini Christmas break kind of spiel. Next up, of course, we had Rayo Vallecano, and again, they are struggling like mad. I think they were... I can't remember where exactly they were. I think they were 17th going into this game. And what a start we had. And it was kind of... one of the few games where we've actually played quite well without having so much of the ball. I think it might be because we were away from home, but I don't know. It just wasn't happening for them. Juaro gave us the lead on 4 minutes before Alpha Freitas Reyes made it 2 on just 7 minutes. Then... they got 2 bookings in 3 minutes. Aramburu was sent off, and once that happened, I was like, well, okay, we should have this one in the bag. And then Luis made it 3-0 after 15 minutes. I actually thought we were going to kick on a little bit. We didn't really get going after that. We just sort of killed the game off, although I'm impressed that they managed to have so much possession with 10 men for the majority of the game. Alex Rubio got on back, and I did worry a little bit, but Lolo Kano dispatched another goal, and we really are going to miss him to make it 4-1. We've had so many of these sort of 4-1s, 4-2, 3-0 kind of results against teams worse than us. We are very good at beating worse teams, but when it comes to the teams in and around us, Andy Townsend, we just seem to be a little bit on the fence, and I think that's probably just because we're not as good as them, and it's going to take us a little while. I think in the summer, hopefully we'll get a little bit of money if we can do the right things. We should be able to strengthen and get players in the right positions, because unfortunately with me taking over on the final day of the transfer window, I was able to do nothing, and we're basically doing the best with the squad that we've got, and that's tough. Next up, we had Getafe in the Copa del Rey, and to be honest, it was a great game to watch. It was a fun one. I hoped that we could win. We, again, put out a weakened side because we have to in these competitions, really, but we still played pretty damn well despite all that. Mate Vidra had a rare start up front for us, and he did actually give us the lead on 24 minutes, but that was all that really happened in the first half. It was after half-time when things really hotted up, as Vidra added a second and made it 2-0. Things were looking pretty damn good at that point. Unfortunately, Saul Rodriguez had other ideas, got them back into the game. Thankfully for us, Pablo Insue managed to make it 3-1 before Rodriguez got one back for them again to make it 3-2, which, means we go back home with a first leg advantage and 3 away goals. It should be a comfortable passage into the next round, which is fine. But Vidra did get injured in this one, as did Victor. Thankfully, he's not a first-teamer. Although, I think Vidra's injury wasn't too serious, if I recall correctly. So all of this basically leaves the league looking like this. We're currently 5th in the league, still 3 points above Barcelona, would you believe? I think they've had a slight wobble, and we do have a game in hand on some of the teams above us. Well, all of them except Atletico, basically. So a win today against Sporting Gijón, I think it is Sporting Gijón, who are bottom, sorry, not bottom, are second from bottom, and you'll notice that Recreativo Huelva have still not won a match. 18 games in, they've lost 17 of them, 45 goals conceded already, and still only 5 goals scored. They're 15 points from safety already. I think they could be going down incredibly soon. That is my little prediction. Not that it's much of a prediction, if I'm honest. So, a win today could take us up as high... Well, when you look at the goal differences of some of those teams, it could take us up as high as 4th, basically. Level on points with Valencia, and right back into the battle for... essentially the title. It is so tight. We do need to win this though, and that's why I kind of picked this one. A winnable live com is always nice, basically. We've been doing decently, particularly as we're about to embark, well, we're already embarking on a run of away games in the league. So we've got the win against Rayo, which was great, but then we've got today against Sporting, but then we also have to go to Deportivo, and Valladolid, who are all relatively poor sides. And I think there's 4 away wins there that are actually achievable if we do well enough today. Anyway, let's jump in and take a gander at the squad. So Luis has now got 15 goals in 25, which is, he's fallen off a little bit. It's still pretty decent. Honzak now has 9, which is fantastic, as has Juaro. As for assists, Vico is back, but unfortunately his match fitness is appalling because obviously he's not played, so we need to get him back to full fitness first. He could be so important for us in the second half of the year, as he still has such a great average rating. Key aerial challenges, 76. Key passes. Notice that Vico is still our top key passer despite having been out for 2 months. That says something. Key tackles, 17 for Insua, and interceptions, 253 for him. Value, of course, is Luis. Right, let's get into this damn game. I don't know why I keep saying that. So Barcelona are playing Numancia today, and are there any other teams around us? Rayo are playing... Well, that's a big win for Rayo. There's an opportunity there. Atletico are away at Sociedad. Or Atletico look like the standout side in this league. If they win today, they can go 3 points clear at the top. It's going to be tough, but I feel like we've got it in us. Right, there's Kano's obviously gone. Vico, ooh, is that wise? Now, do we really have any other options? I'll tell you what. I'll bring Vico, as much as I want to play him, I'm going to put Vidra in because Vico isn't fully fit. I'll bring him on as a substitute in the second half, give him half an hour, particularly if we're winning. But for now, I just don't think I can be doing that. You might notice that Bezic hasn't played the last few games. It's because he's a knob and is already trying to basically join other teams, and we just kind of need to, yeah. Fustin looks like he's going to be, well, not going to be here next year. That's a position we're definitely going to have to fill. So that's going to be a tough one for us. Diagni is going to be going to the... Africa Cup of Nations soon too, which is not ideal because we're not exactly strong. Daniel Ayala will probably have to come in, although he's retiring at the end of the year as well, as is Kiko Casilla, so it's not so great on that one. There's a lot of work to be done in the summer is the general point of the matter here, but Sporting apparently have not won in like 12 matches, so this should be a win. I really hope, because we've had some poor results lately in these live comms and it's disappointing to see. It's kind of like with that Mets game I had on my other save, where they'd not won a single game all season and then they beat us at home. It's just those kind of things that seem to happen in FM. You almost can sort of feel it coming. Hopefully that isn't going to happen today. Hopefully we'll get the best out. The morale is up a little bit from what it has been previously, so that should be good. Hopefully the system just works. The Christmas Tree of Doom can be a bit hit and miss. Like, one day you can thump a team that's much better than you, and then other days you'll lose 2-0 at home to Numancia. So it can be a little bit temperamental like that. Diagni gets in there well, right? Go on, break time. Break time. Oh, that's... Oh, actually, it's through here. Luis, can he make it 1-0 early on? Gets it a good touch, and it's a great finish from Luis. That's the start we needed. 2 minutes gone. Sporting 0, Granada 1. It's Luis's 16th goal of the season, and that pushes us back up into the top battle in the league. And look how tight it is. 2 points would separate the top 5 at the halfway stage in the season. This is going to be one hell of a season. But the thing is, with it being so competitive like that, it does mean that there is that off chance that we could still potentially win the title, which would be ridiculous, I must say, and I'm not expecting that in any way. But it does give you the option. It's not like there's a runaway winner like we often see in these types of leagues, like with Bayern in Germany. There's still that off chance that we could still make a challenge in there. We're not completely out of the woods. Oh, damn it, guys. Come on. That was poor. Danny Molina, great header from him, but really just bad overall play. I thought we were going to get another chance there, but it's now 1-1. Ah, dear, that's not a good start. They get a lot of the ball, but it's hard to say after 4 minutes. As usual, we've actually scored our clear-cut chance for once. We do seem to be vulnerable from those long balls whipped into the box like that. It seems to be one of the ways that teams get us. And, okay, here we go. Set piece time. We are going to have to close down Molina. Yes, we are. Vidra, ball in. Honsak! Oh, my life. Freitas Reyes on the edge of the area. Go on, as a strike again, and I can't believe we've hit the bar. The luck just isn't there, is it? Propan. Martinez. Ball in. Varela will surely win. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Why? Oh, are you kidding me? This is just ridiculous now. This keeps happening. Like, we play well, and then, like, this... We've barely conceded any clear-cut chances against teams at all this season, and they're just scoring anyway. The goalkeeper clearly isn't... I can't believe we've gone... I'm just struggling to believe that we're behind in this one yet again. Like, we're playing not too bad. We're keeping more ball now, which is good. I'm just shocked, if I'm honest. We just seem to have these weird off days like this where we play well, still create chances, but at least we've actually taken our opportunity this time. And teams are just capable of putting the ball in from anywhere, it seems. Well, Oh, I thought that was going to go in as well. It may as well have done. Johnny, right, come on, guys. We need to get back into this. They are not a good team. We are much better than them. This is the first game we've played without Kano, which is a slight worry because he's been so important with creating stuff for us. I'm actually going to... Oh, Lolo Kano's just scored for Barca. I saw it on the bloody thing. Vidra has not been good, and I'm going to bring him off. I'm going to bring on Federico for the second half and switch to attacking. We've got no choice here. We've got to go for this. I don't normally make half-time subs. Well, I do sometimes, but usually not. Right. Did I put it on attacking? No, I didn't. Okay, hang on. Vico with the free... Oh, it's straight in from Vico. That's better. Look at this. We need him. Look at how well we've started this second half. Just instantly, the amount of shots we've suddenly had. Great goal from a free kick there from Vico. God, we need to... He is so important to us. Thank God. Oh, that's shocking goalkeeping, though, I must say. It's 2-2 here. Thank God for that. Right, we need to do better than this, though. We need to keep going. I'm not going to throw it on attacking just yet, because we're actually playing quite well now. We seem to have flipped it on them a little bit. I might make another substitution already. Who else is playing poorly? I might bring on Bezic for a little while. He is a good player, and he loves attack, and I'm going to have to bring on Freitas Reyes. I can't afford to get him injured. I know this is... You just don't, but sometimes you don't have a choice in the matter. I'm going to make all 3 substitutions on 66 minutes. We are guaranteed to get an injury now, but sometimes you just got to go for it. We need to win this match to try and keep ourselves going. We're playing better football now. We're looking like the better side, which is nice. I don't want to risk overdoing it, though. That's the problem. I believe that our team should be... We've been the better side now. We really have turned this game on its head in terms of the way we've played in this second half, and I think that's mainly down to having Vico on the pitch, so that's good. Oh, what a save from Lopez. I would have been pissed off had that gone in, because we've been playing well. And frankly, I think we deserve to at least... No, actually, I think we probably do deserve to win this. But we just, I don't know. Those goals they were able to score, those headed, lofted goals seem to be going in a lot lately, I've noticed. Lots of sort of... Oh, clear it. Please don't foul him. Just clear it there. Oh, there's a player right there. You could just pass it. You know, just an idea. Yeah, I just don't want to get caught out. That's the problem. If we go attacking, we could easily get caught on the break. Alright, we've got one more chance. Go on, if we win this here, hero worship time for a player, because these are some winnable away games, and we've got probably the most winnable set of away games we've got all season, and we could get ourselves a really good head of steam up going into some more difficult fixtures if we can get some points in these games. Honsak, Luis, around the corner, penalty! Oh, yes! I don't think that was a penalty. It looked a bit dodgy to me. Is that Honsak, or is that Luis going to take it? I've got penalty takers set, but for some reason they just seem to choose randomly a lot of the time. And we've had a lot of different penalty takers. It's Honsak, the hero of the hour, scores. Sporting 2, Granada 3. What a finish to this game. Finally, we've deserved this one in the end. First half we were terrible, but the changes we've made, bringing on Vico, has definitely done the trick. And, touchwood, he's not got injured, which is fantastic, getting him some match fitness back, pushing us back into the top 4. Good stuff. Right, let's just see this game out, guys. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, hello. Vico, ball into the edge of the area. Luis brings it down. Surely we're not going to get another one. Not sure we've quite been that good. Oh, what a great goal that is. That is wonderful stuff. Sporting 2, Granada 4, and yet another 4 goals scored away from home. It's just how we do. We've done it a lot. I think we've scored 4 goals away from home in quite a few games this season. We need the goal difference. This is lovely stuff for the Diagne and Luis. Almost like, wow, like a 1-2. A long-range 1-2 in their penalty area. What a performance in this second half from us. 3 second-half goals and 2 late goals there. Beautiful stuff. That is genuinely fantastic. That's more like it, guys. Luis has been superb again today. 2 goals and an assist. 2 assists for Diagne as well. Better. At the halfway stage, we're 4th in the league with 39 points. Only a point off the top. It's going to be tough. I think they're starting to see a little bit of a gap emerge now between sort of the 6th and 7th spot. I think the top 6 are looking like they're going to sort of run away, and everyone else seems to be being left in their wake. That sort of seems to be how it's going at the moment, or it would certainly appear that way. So, I'm thinking that the lowest we could probably finish this year is probably going to be 6th, although I feel like we've got more in us. Coming up soon, you know, we've got games against Deportivo and Valladolid. Those are both winnable away games. I feel we can win them all. I think we could win 4 away games in a row, just because... Oh, hello. Because they happen to have had 4 games in a row. Anyway, let's go and what we're doing here. Let's take a look and see what episode game we're going to do next. That's a long way to go. That's a lot of games. That'd be 6 matches and then 2 more. I don't think I can do that. That would be a lot for one episode. I might not do that knockout tie. I might do the next one. I feel like we've got enough to get through against Fenerbahce. I think we might do the next one if it comes up right. So I think we'll do Villarreal and then potentially Atletico next, depending on when the ties land, basically. But as you can see, we've got Deportivo, Valladolid, then we've got a home match against Sociedad, which should be reasonably winnable. Why have we got a friendly against Basel there? And then Villarreal. We've got some winnable games coming up again. I'm flabbergasted. We must have one hell of a difficult run-in. Sevilla, Atletico, Real Madrid, Espanyol, Levante. Okay, it's slightly more difficult, but it still looks okay, actually. I just don't know. It feels weird. It feels like we've had difficult games. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys like what we've seen and we finally won a bloody live com, then please do drop a like on the video. And if you liked it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Outcast icons and From the Shadows in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for a home game against Villarreal, where hopefully we can really start to cement ourselves a spot in that top 6 and then kind of try to challenge from there on. We'll have to see. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.